Hi, my name is Annette Sly, and about a year ago, I realized that I wasn't seeing as clearly as I thought I should be seeing. And so there were little tiny accidents that happened that shouldn't have, that were just weird. So I went to the eye doctor and they did a bunch of tests and they weren't sure really what it was either. They thought I might have macular degeneration, but I'm 55 years old. There's no history in my family, so they sent me up to the Moran Eye Center in Salt Lake City, Utah to be tested. So we spent a whole day going through eye tests and different procedures to finally discover that I have something that's called retinal dystrophy. Actually, it's called retinal atrophy. And that means that I'm losing my central vision, and there's no cure, there's no surgery, there's no eye drops I can use to fix it. So I was really angry for the first 2 months. I couldn't figure out why God would want to do this to me. And I wasn't a very nice person to live with because I have a long time to go hopefully before I die and have to worry about it. And so I'm facing life at 55 going blind. Well, I decided one morning when I woke up, what a blessing it was that when I opened my eyes, I could see. And so every day I choose to look at it as a blessing because there's new experiences that are happening, and there are times where I choose not to waste. A lot of my time I would spend wasting it doing stupid stuff that really didn't have any meaning in my life. But now, realizing that tomorrow morning I might wake up and be totally blind, I choose to spend my time more wisely. And so each day is a blessing. So I I thought maybe I would kind of share this journey with you of what it's like to start to become blind and the things that you do to make changes. Just for a quick little funny story, today I happened to be in the grocery store and a woman stopped me and she said, I don't know how to tell which one's cilantro. It doesn't say it on the package. Well, because I am losing my eyesight and I can't see as well as I used to, I discovered that cilantro has a very distinct smell. So I said, pick up the parsley and pick up what you think is a cilantro. Smell the parsley and smell the cilantro. She said, this is it. This is a cilantro. I said, yes, it is. And in my brain, I thought, okay, there you go. There's another blessing for being blind. You got to help somebody today figure out which one was a cilantro. But as my day went on, there are things just kind of you have to know really quick. Colors disappear for me as the dark becomes, as the day leaves and the darkness starts. So dusk to darkness is a really difficult time for me. And we decided to spend the day with our grandchildren, and we were stopping to pick up dinner on the way home. My daughter-in-law was driving our truck because I have chosen not to drive. I don't think it's safe for me to drive anymore. It's not a choice that other people might make, but for myself, I choose not to. So it started to get dark. We decided to pull over to Papa Murphy's and pick up some pepperoni pizza. So as we go into the restaurant, my daughter-in-law had parked at front, but she needed to fix the parking. And so I just jumped out to go get the pizza, assuming, shame on me, I assumed she had parked in front of the restaurant. So as she came in to help me get back out to the car and we'd gotten the pizzas and I turned to come out, she walked ahead of me because she'd gotten a phone call, but she was wearing a black top with black pants going into the darkness. She just disappeared. She was totally gone. She has long black hair, and to me, black on black totally disappears. I can't distinguish where things are. And so as I looked forward, I saw a vehicle, which to me was our truck. That's where we'd parked. But as I looked at the top, or what I thought was the top of the vehicle, it looked burned. It was crackled and peeling and totally black. And I was almost hysterical. I thought, what in the world has happened to our truck? How am I going to tell my husband? We were only in the restaurant for 10 minutes. I can't. And I actually rubbed the top of the truck to actually feel, to make sure that I was actually, what I thought I was seeing was the truck. And it really was cracked and pebbled and ugly black and looked like it had burned. Oh, I just didn't know what I was going to do. As I come around the side of the vehicle, I grabbed what I thought was my daughter-in-law's arm, and you realize I can't see people's faces now. So if I'm talking to you and it looks like I appear that I know who you are, I'm probably pretending unless I've recognized your voice, because I honestly can't see your face. So just a little part of the story you didn't know. So as I'm reaching out and grabbing the arm of this individual, and I'm looking at them going, what are we going to do? The truck is caught on fire. We were only in the restaurant for 10 minutes. How could we possibly have missed this? How are we going to tell Michael? How are we going to tell, what are we going to do? And all of a sudden this person starts to laugh. And I realize that is not a female voice. That is a male laugh. And I stopped and I looked a little closer to the vehicle and realized this wasn't my truck. I let go of that person's arm. I looked at them and I said, oh, I'm very sorry. This is not my vehicle. I walked off into the darkness, trying to figure out where my car was, where my daughter-in-law was. As this individual in the vehicle's laughing his head off because he can't figure out what's going on, but this crazy person walking up to his truck trying to tell him there's something wrong. Well, I should wear a shirt that says, yes, I'm blind. No, I can't see your face. If I try to get in your car and it's not my vehicle, tell me to get out. It's okay. You're not going to hurt my feelings. Just don't take me for a ride with you. Well, my daughter-in-law, eventually we found each other. I got in my truck, which was perfectly fine. We drove home, laughing our heads off. And you just have to realize sometimes, some days, you just have to laugh. And so that was my story. My family has encouraged me to put it on the internet tonight because maybe somebody else is going through the same thing I am. And maybe they're still mad at God. And you just, it's okay, because each day is a blessing. And I just wanted to share with you today, we had a really hilarious time. And, darn it, sometimes you just have to laugh. But don't get in somebody else's vehicle that you don't know who they are.